3 budgeting mistakes you might be making and how to fix them. I made these mistakes for a long time and they really held me back, so I hope this helps you. Number 1 is being overly restrictive. I know that we need to cut expenses and we need to get our budget together, but if you try to restrict yourself way too much, then you are probably going to blow your budget. This is why I don't agree with the never drink coffee, never eat avocado toast, all those little cliches about the budgeting community. I don't believe in those because of this point. So how do you fix this? You need to look into your spending habits first and see what are your habits. And then you need to set realistic limits for yourself based on those spending habits. What I mean by this is if you look into your past 2 months of spending and you realize that you're spending $300 a month on DoorDash, then you love DoorDash. It's okay. It's okay to spend your money on things that you like. You just need a limit. Okay, so set realistic limits, meaning if you spent $300 per month on that, maybe you want to knock it down to $150 per month. That would then become a variable expense in your budget. And if you don't know what that is, go check out my page. When you're getting control of your money while still allowing yourself to do things you like, it's going to be way easier to stick to a budget and to hit your goals because you have limits for yourself, healthy limits that don't make you feel too restricted and don't make you miserable. Number 2, not making saving a priority. Saving money for emergencies, for unexpected expenses, for retirement, etc. is very, very important. And I understand that some of you may say, I don't have enough money to save. We need to find a way to have enough money to save. Saving money for unexpected expenses, emergencies, etc. is extremely important to your financial well-being. It needs to be a priority in your budget, period. And you need to find a way to be able to make enough money to save money. You need to have an emergency fund. Keep that in a high yield savings account. If you don't know what it is, go check out my page. You also can get a side hustle or 2 side hustles or whatever you need to do to be able to put at least a little bit of money away. Most Americans can't even cover a $1,000 emergency, and I don't want you to be one of those people. So let's do what we need to do to get a little bit of money saved up. Your emergency savings needs to be one of the highest priorities in your budget. You need to cut expenses if possible to be able to fund this emergency fund. And 3, one of the biggest mistakes is either not budgeting or forgetting to budget. This is a really common thing. You know, life is busy, things happen, and sometimes maybe you forget to create your budget, or maybe you create your budget and then you're paid, but then you don't move the money around because you just don't have time. And before you know it, your money is gone. Creating a budget, directing your money where to go, moving that money around to savings or wherever it needs to go should be a priority to you. So how do you fix that? I recommend that you set up a standing appointment with yourself so that you will sit down and actually do your budget, actually look at your goals, actually move the money around where you need to. And I know for me personally, if it is not on my calendar, it is not happening. So I have to schedule these things with myself. So whether you only want to budget one time a month or you want to budget every single paycheck, go into your calendar right now and set appointments with yourself. Block off an hour of time where you can sit down, think about what goals you have for this paycheck or this month, what you need to pay for, etc. And you sit down, create your budget, and make a plan for yourself. You've got to be the one to kind of kickstart this. You have to be the one to hold yourself accountable and to kind of parent yourself and force yourself to do these things. It is the only way you are going to improve your situation. I just want to remind you that you got this. The only huge mistake you're going to make is not doing anything at all, okay? Even though I've named 3 mistakes here, these are just mistakes that could hold you back or that could make a difference if you stop doing them. The main mistake is if you're not doing anything. As long as you're learning, you're trying, you're practicing, and you just keep showing up for yourself, you are winning and you are going to improve, I promise you. So what are you waiting for? Make your appointments and get to budgeting. You got this, friend.